Okay. Figured I'd do a short little video here because I'm going to try to get these little boogers out of the tank tomorrow. We are looking at Julidochromis marlieri. These are babies that were born in this tank a couple weeks ago. And that sound behind me is my ice machine. But I don't know, there's a handful of these little babies. You can see them up on the rock. There was a decent sized one down here. See if we can find him. This tank has a couple of these here. They got spooked. Now they're hiding. I just scraped the glass. I don't think they liked that. Sneak out and catch this one as it's peeking around the corner. So the other fish in here are these multis. We got this male over here that is cleaning out its shell. I think that's a male. Since over here coming in and out of the shell. So there's a couple of babies of multis in here also. Let's see some of the babies. Let's find some babies. I know there's babies in the small shells down here. That darker one is really, that's a real mystery of why that one's such a darker color. Go ahead and close up here a little bit. Sorry for moving it so much. But I think there's some babies in this little shell. They're kind of the same color as the sand, so it's hard to see them. This is one of the newer ones. Little one right there. Okay, I do see something going on down here by the sand, so we're just going to focus in on the sand. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. There's one right there. That piece of hornwort is kind of in the way. If I can be around it. Yeah, it's coming out the very, very bottom of that. I don't know if you guys can see that little bitty fish in the very bottom down there. Oh, there's one above the shell. I see a couple of them in there. Thing is like I'm not feeding this tank every day. I have an auto feeder on the tank, and then I have stuff up here in the hornwort. So the floating plants that you see are hornwort. So like this stuff here is mostly hornwort. Then there's some riccia. And then of course there's also some guppy grass. Like the plant that looks like this is called guppy grass. Now, what happens is with the floating plants, it gives a lot of room for shrimp to hide. And when the shrimp When the shrimp have babies, the babies are super, super tiny. That gives the fish live food. I also fill this tank up once a week with water from my aquariums at home. I use good, clean water, but then I also use water from my aquariums that have infusoria and all kinds of other stuff. So if we were to actually look really close, we could probably see other little bugs crawling around in here. But honestly, I think there's a lot of baby shrimp. So I think when it comes to these babies, like that one right there on the bottom of the sand, little bitty fish. Look at that, tiny little fish. That's going through the sand and it's finding food. So that little bitty fish there is, and that's the Julidochromis marlieri. Got these up there too. So these fish were all born in this tank. Like I said, I'm not coming in here and feeding them brine shrimp. They're eating whatever they can find in the tank. And that's why it's important to have the floating plants. The floating plants give a place for lots and lots of live food to continually grow. I'm over here at this mat of stuff because I saw something moving around, and it's probably just a mutt cherry shrimp, because all of these shrimp that I have used to be cherry shrimp. But there's all kinds of stuff. And you know, like these rocks have lots of crevices. Lots and lots of crevices for things to grow. And then of course the gravel, the sand. You see, sorry for moving so much. But I mean, look at the layer of the sand. There's all kinds of spacing and stuff for different microbacterias and everything. Lots and lots of little spots. Like over here, you can get all kinds of things growing and living. Look, there's a piece of, you know, clown puke. Yeah, there you go. Some clown puke for all those people out there that hate that plastic crap or painted rocks. But yeah, man, I mean, it's kind of cool. So I'm going to try to catch these guys out of the tank because I don't want any more of these Julidochromis growing in this tank because they're kind of big. These guys get to about 4 inches. And this is a 50 long, I think. Look at a little one in there swimming around. But obviously this is a good thriving tank because I'm not even here feeding them every day. The food I do feed these guys is pretty powdery food. I'll show you guys. Oh man. Oh, well, that's the other thing too. The auto feeder is way over here in the corner. Watch this. Show you guys how I kind of make this food. I say I kind of make it because That would be so funny if the auto feeder is dead. I know it. Yeah, there it goes. There you go. See the food there? I'll just go ahead and stir it up with my hands there so you can see what it looks like in the water. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. It's got bee pollen in it. It's got spirulina in it. It's also got eggshell in it because I make the food at home. See it in the water. So yeah, these guys get this powdery food, and it's over here on the side of the tank. So I don't know how much of it gets all the way over here. But these guys are obviously eating something, otherwise they would not be alive still. And you can see how big they've gotten. They wouldn't have lasted more than a couple days. I don't know. They're, what's that called? The egg yolk or whatever it's called when a baby fish is born. It would not have lasted very long. All right, I think that's good enough for this video, but I just wanted to show you guys these guys because I'm going to take them out tomorrow. This is my internal canister filter. Thing is packed full of filter floss, and then it's got an airlift tube in there, and it works really well. The albino baby bristlenose plecos, which were born in a different tank at home, and I brought them here. They love it. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Looking to see if that's a baby fish. That looks like it might be a baby fish right there on the edge. Right there. Because if I've got, it could be a, it's just a, I think that's just a snail. Okay, good enough, guys. Take care. Thank you for watching.